Usually an armbar is taught like this. That for example, Andreas has his hands together, can be this. And in your class, you see 2-3 techniques in a class, and then you go to rolling, maybe positional rolling. So we're taught the armbar, and you have to start somewhere in the armbar, right? So maybe you start from here with 2 hands connected. Okay. And then the first thing you're going to teach people then is how you're going to break the grips. In this particular example, you might go for the leg, see? You might step over the hand here, break the grip, and little by little go down and finish the armbar. Okay, good. And maybe we saw another one, maybe he switched his hands around, break the grip, and so on, you go back down again. Don't look at the actual technique right now, it's more about the principle, which I'm explaining now. So look, so then you see 2-3 techniques, 2 ways or 3 ways to how to break the grips. And then what will happen, you go to positional rolling, and I'm a beginner, and Andreas is a beginner, because usually, sometimes we put beginners together, and you're going to do positional rolling, and you have to try the techniques you saw that day. So Andreas puts his hands together, and as a coach you tell, go soft and easy in the beginning and relax. But we know everybody is, usually people want success right away. So we go, and the moment I'm going to, so the coach is 3, 2, 1, start, and when I'm going to go, you're going to right away upgrade your grips. Okay, so I'm here, 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't learn this today yet, and maybe Andreas comes up, I get squashed and so on, and I lose my armbar or my position. So since I'm a beginner or maybe a person who likes to win, say, okay, look, so I was slow, and when I was slow, Andreas was able to upgrade his grips, and that's why I lost. Like the wrong mindset, but this happened. So I'm here. So what am I going to do the next time? So I say 3 to 1, I'm going to go much faster. 3 to 1, go bump, and I go fast. And then we injure the arm because we had to go fast. And that's not how to do it. Jiu-Jitsu should never be fast and surprising. Oh, we should do fast and surprise sometimes if you get really advanced, or in competition sometimes, but on training, especially as a beginner when you're learning things, you don't want to win by surprise. You want to have a system that can be repeated over and over again. Even against a perfect defense, my perfect offense should still work, or at the very least, they should cancel each other out, let's say. So, what I do now when I teach armbars, I don't go from here. I first teach the armbar without any grips whatsoever. So put your head over here, please, and your feet here on there. The very first thing I teach with people will be first how to control. So, I'm going to cross my legs in the beginning. See, why is this? Look, if I open my legs, see, then Andreas has the ability to use his elbows, push my feet up, and start to go out like that. So what I prefer to do is to keep my legs crossed, see? And now from here, really pull my heels tight to my butt, and I'm going to open my knees. See? If I close my knees, see what happens if I close my knees? Then my spine starts to bend, and if Andreas rolls towards me a bit now, see, I have less balance, and his arm starts to slip out. Go back, please, Andreas. So what I gotta do here, see, is pull my heels in, and I engage my back, and I'm gonna lean forward, just like that. Roll away, please, Andreas. See, that's not a problem really, and roll into me. See, well, he can slowly slip out, maybe, but at the very least, I'm not gonna fall over at this point. And then once this is set, so heels into the butt, keep tight, knees open. Why knees open also? Because if I close my knees, make a step, Andreas, see, he's got more mobility in his upper body. So if I keep my knees open and I squash, see, now try to come up, Andreas. See, that makes it a little bit harder, right? Now there's still something to be said about the central position, but more later about that. And then after we establish this over here, then we go straight to the armbar itself. So we're gonna make it tight. Now look what we know. Andreas, roll towards me, please. See, look, the arm starts to slip out. And this is if he just rolls. Go back, please. No, now don't do the baby bridge, just roll, please. See? If he rolls, he's kind of stuck, but Andreas, do the baby bridge, please. If he baby bridges, I'll already lose the elbow right away. So in the pre-baby bridge era, it was much easier to teach armbars. Now I have to teach people who just do the bad defense, and then it's easy to attack, and against people who actually know the baby bridge and how to cancel that. But in any case, if I grab his arm, see, and I'm gonna pull it high, like this, I'm gonna pull the elbow out of his socket. Now roll away, please, Andreas. See, that's easy to stop, and it's not gonna get out, and it actually gives me the arm bar. Roll in, Andreas. See, baby bridge. See, at the very least, I can cancel his motion out. So now we have established this. So he's not using his arm whatsoever right now. I'm gonna pull the hand out of his socket, see, keep tension on the shoulder, And now from here, I'm gonna go straight down, always keeping tension on the hand. I'm gonna go straight down, bam. From here I'm gonna put my hand in his elbow, slide up, catch his thumb, and put his elbow over my hip, keeping the thumb up. And this is the very first thing what I will say to teach. So from here, look, if I stay here, what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna keep tension on the hand, see? And then in the end, putting pressure on my hip. So let's move a bit over here, please. Pull the hand out of the socket, go down, see? And what is now important, look, while I first teach people, then once we have the connection established, then I first teach people how to finish the arm bar. So how does the arm bar actually work? Well, look, I can break the arm in 3 ways. I can purely put strength to my arms, see, and just little by little put pressure and maybe break it. Leave Andreas baby bridges. And see, then there is more leeway here. It's hard for you to finish the elbow, the arm bar. So, but I could use purely arm strength in theory. Then the other thing I can do is pull the arm and the hip at the same time. And that is very dangerous because it might actually break his elbow. And the third thing I should do is put pressure on the hand. See, keep everything tight with my arms. And once I have this, just put a little bit of hip pressure. And that's the way you should finish. See, look, the problem with arms is, look, move a bit this again here. The problem with arms is, arms are not very strong. Arms are very useful to keep what you have, but they're not very useful to conquer something extra. So what I'm going to say with this, look, keep your arm here please on this. Make a tight arm. And you're just going to defend using this arm and your chest alone. I'm going to start pulling with my arms alone. It's very hard. Maybe I can win, maybe not. And look now, relax. You slap yourself in, so now trust me and relax. So I pull and relax. Yeah. Well, I remember one time in my life getting a bloody lip from this when I was still a white belt. I still remember it, and then it never happened again because this, look, if I pull my arms, keep tight. See, arms are always not enough or too much. Keep tight, keep tight, keep tight. Relax. See, this happened. Now, in this distance, I might just slap myself in the face. But if I'm already on the edge here, let's say I'm laying down, relax a bit more. See, now keep tight on the rails. Look, and I pull, relax. Yeah. I cannot control that part, and that's how you injure people. So when we teach arm bars to people, we just do the end phase first in order to make that one safe. Because this is safe, this part. It's only the last part of the technique that is actually dangerous. So what I do then, look, I keep here, I keep super tight, look, and the way to do the arm bar, and I'm going to show techniques how to break the elbow down first, would be to grab around the wrist here, so very high around the end of the lever, see, hand in the belly of the beast here on the elbow, and I'll go from his bend your arm please, see, start putting your elbow, see here I cannot take him with, but if I put my elbow towards his hand, see, keep tight with Andreas, see, and now it's much easier, so now I can use my body weight, see, and my strength with my back. See, once I'm here, I'm going to slide my right hand towards the wrist, see, if I just do, I'm just going to bend your arm again, okay? See, I lose part of the arm, so go back. So what I do, I keep my elbow over his hand, my other hand inside his elbow, and I'm going to start sliding up. So try to get your hand out, and it clicks and I got it. See? Then from here, I have to twist the hand, see? Put pressure on the hand. And now I'm going to put, so if the thumb is here, I'm going to pressure with my hip in the same direction as the thumb. So I move my shoulders away a bit and move the hip up. As you can see, there's also a baby bridge look, so I move my shoulders away. And now I rotate my hip, and then I got it. So if I don't put any pressure on my elbow, there's not a lot of things to, it's not easy to finish, especially if Andreas baby bridges, see? Then his elbow gets higher and it's much harder to finish. So what I do, I put pressure on the hand, see, keep it tight, see, that it almost breaks, and then I put pressure. That's it. So, the first exercise, so you can teach people this, to have control in the end motion. And then we're going to establish rules for positional role. This means this, look. You have to think, okay, I always tell people this when I teach Jiu-Jitsu. I always compare Jiu-Jitsu to swimming. How do you learn swimming? Do you learn swimming by jumping into the swimming pool, swim fast to the other side, and then say, okay, I conquered the swimming pool, I won? That is one way. Or is it just spend a lot of time in the swimming pool? Well, I think it's the second. So for me, if you want to learn something, you have to spend a lot of time doing it. So when you finally get to that arm bar, see, and you get here and you start rushing the arm bar straight away, and this applies to any other technique or position whatsoever, then you actually, if it taps, then you lost your opportunity to train the arm bar at that point. So what I say is try to spend a lot of time in the end position where it's easy to control and then give a bit back. See? So when I'm here, my first exercise is this. I'm gonna be here, see? Keep tension on the arm. And we both know this. Once I have tension on the arm, does it hurt now, Andreas? Does it hurt?
No.
Doesn't hurt, eh?
No.
Will you injure yourself here?
No.
No, exactly. So I'm gonna use now one time my hip to finish. So I'm gonna move my shoulders away from the center line, look away, and put a bit of tension on my, and he tapped. So now we know all I have to do to finish the armbar is a little bit of hip tension. And it is very easy to accomplish once we're here. So now I'm just gonna keep the hip tension away or like a little bit pressure, and Andreas does not have to tap. And now from here, Andreas is gonna try to escape. Go out please, get out. You're allowed to escape, Andreas. You can do a baby bridge, you can come up. Okay, and I lost. Great. You did a very good. Andreas got a very good bridge. It's actually hard to control him there. So what I did now, look, okay, we go again. And you tell your beginners there is no win or loss. You're not allowed to finish the armbar. You're only allowed to try to keep as much control as you like. So okay, next time we talk towards you also have to think in a gym there is occasionally 30 people on the mat, and there's only one coach, me in this case here, who can go around. And to be honest, I'd rather be training myself than always be going around as well, which is also important because often coaches forget to train themselves. And that's how you stop progressing, and your classes will also falter on it. So what I do then is let people coach each other. So I'm here, okay, and I'm going to keep the hand, just establish the rules. So now important is this, look, if Andreas' hand is, move your hand left and right, it's very hard to control the arm, see? There is a hitchhiker, reverse hitchhiker, which I will talk more about later or in the next video. But, so if I want to control Andreas, if I can keep his hand completely immobile, try to move please, see? Then the escape becomes way harder. If I let the hand loose, if he can twirl his hand left and right, see, then it becomes much harder to control him. So go back. So look, how the armbar works. Move it back here please. Look. Beginners often believe that the armbar, or many people believe, that the armbar works just by putting pressure on the elbow. See? Well, yes, that's correct, but what is the elbow? Because this is elbow, this is elbow, this is elbow, where is the actual elbow? So if I just put my elbow my hand in the middle, and I push, an arm can actually overstretch. An arm is designed to stretch in that way, see? And there is a limit to that if I put pressure here, see, it's quite hard to finish. So I'm gonna try to put the lock completely in the middle, okay? And you're gonna see, without breaching, how far it takes, see? So I just put the arm flat, I push down, I'm gonna go up. And there, and it didn't adjust at all. Now just do a tiny bit. Now you give me a little bit of Americano when I do this, okay? So I'm gonna push up. See, you just twist his arm, and it gives me a bit of Americano, and now I can pull all day. Maybe even like the mountain from Game of Thrones, or a silverback gorilla, I will be able to snap it out. But this is very hard. So keep turning on this, and I was gonna add the baby bridge. Look more. See, this is super hard to finish. Super hard. And if I keep twisting. Exactly. See? So go back. So in this way, because an arm is designed to do that, and by raising the shoulder, is get more leeway, and I cannot finish. So what I have to do instead is this. In the elbow, you have like the bone here, the electric bone. If you don't know where it is, then hit yourself on that bone. You get that electricity, and you know where it is. It's called the epicondylus. So you got the small tiny bone here, and that's the bone we have to break. Look, so if you have the arm, see, I block it here. So make the thumb, please. See, here's the thumb. See, and if I push again, so the thumb points there. If I push in the counter direction of the thumb, and I block the elbow, so then it's when there is less leeway. So how do you do this? See, well, you first block the elbow, and now instead of, this is another thing with the armbar, to keep tight please. See? Instead of pushing the arm, what I do is keep the armbar like this, and I push the elbow. It's a different thing. Usually when people think about the armbar, they think about pulling the arm, see, and keep pulling until it breaks, see, or there's a tap. What I prefer actually is keep it tight, press pretty tight, see. Instead of pulling the hand, see, which is done with our upper body, I try to keep the hand immobile and use my hip to push the elbow. It's a very different thing. I can show it from Z mount actually, right here. So go on top. Give your hand please. I need the arm to do the actual arm bar, you know. So, so if I'm here, look. So this is the arm. Look, keep your arm tiny bent, please. Look. If I want to pull the arm, it's very hard. Then instead, see if I go forward, see, and I use, keep tightening the arm, please. Instead of pulling the arm, see, I just keep the hand where it is, and I push my hip, keep resisting, see, and I push my hip forward, see, and now I can actually stretch the arm using my hip. It's a different thing, so don't pull the hand, instead push the elbow, right? So now we have established those rules. So again, this is the thumb, lock works in the counter direction of the thumb. And then the first exercise, we go down, see, we take the arm down, heels in the butt, open your knees, make a sit-up and pull the arm out of the socket. Go completely down, make sure there's maximum tension on the shoulder and on the elbow. Now from here, you twist the hand. See, so make it toward the thumb, please. See, the thumb is pointing over there. So now I will keep pulling, so don't relax, you keep pulling that hand out of the socket, the arm, and now I want to push the arm in the counter direction of the thumb. Now instead of pushing, block your arm, please. So, no, just stretch, but don't allow me to move your arm. Okay? So instead of pulling the arm, which costs me a lot of energy, I block rather and I move myself away. And keep tight, please. And now I can use my whole body, see, my oblique muscles to move that hand on the other side. So keep tight. Instead of pushing, see, not my arms, I block, keep tight, keep tight, keep tight. I put gentle pressure over there, and now I move myself away. And now I have a frame which I can use with my whole body to bring the arm sideways. And then I start walking on my head and keep the arm tight. So now, Andreas, as long as your thumb is pointing over there, right? So this now, try to come up towards me, please. So baby bridge towards me. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
Not impossible, but you can do it. Now do the other side. Easier or harder?
Easier.
Yes. So, and if I put the thumb this way, so I'm not saying it could have come up in the first one, but it just makes a difference. So if his hand is right now here, then I do the opposite. His thumb is pointing this way, then I'm gonna move I push the arm over there, you keep tight. See, I push away, moving myself, and then I come back. So now try to make a sit. Easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Try to do the hitchhiker. So the other one. So try without moving your arm. Try to bridge over here. The other side, Andreas. The other side. The first side. Harder, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the thumb decides where he's gonna bridge. If the thumb points this way, see, and it's more likely. So go, walk, 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 walk. He's gonna get out on that side. Go back. Come back in the middle. Yeah. And if the thumb points this way, then it's more likely he's going to do the baby bridge and gets out. And if I don't lose the pressure, he's going to come on top and getting out. So you know these things. Okay. So now we established those rules, and now we're going to do positional rolling. So I'm going to put tension on the arm. See, heels in the butt. See, and I can even stand in the middle, and I'm just going to keep the hand. And Andreas is going to try to get out, and he's only allowed to use the hitchhiker and the reverse hitchhiker and come on top. So you try to go. In the beginning, like minimum resistance. Let's go, fight, go, come out. And he got out. Reset. Yeah. So let's go again. Move a bit more. Yeah. So okay, now I felt this, and we can talk. How come you could escape? How can I adjust? We're not going to go do this on camera, but this is something you have to tell your students. They can talk about it, and they decide. That was the advantage of this method right now. The armbar gets super safe because we train the end pose, see, where all the danger is, and we teach people not to win by submitting, but we teach people to win by control. And at the same time, he's allowed to safely practice his escapes. And to be honest, once you teach people the baby bridge, the running man, the Hawkins, all those safe postures, then once you have those things and you establish the rules, people figure it out themselves. Then it just becomes timing to which posture you do what time. And timing, we can talk all day about timing, but in the end, timing you figure out by doing, and that's the main thing. So now we're gonna go again. See, I'm gonna be here, and okay, keep go, fight, go. I'm gonna really try to stop him to get out. And what you see, the escapes naturally flow out of the attack. And all you gotta do actually as a guy who's attacking, all you gotta do is make sure that you can block the person escaping for like 10 seconds. And all you have to do was put tension on the elbow. And you just don't put the tension on the elbow. And this way you learn control over time. And then if you fight with people who never train like that, who never train their end range escapes, then that also becomes way easier. So that's it for now. In the next video, I'm gonna teach you the bottom part. So now I made a video about how to attack safely. Now I'm gonna make a video about the end game. So the end game attack we just did. The next video is gonna be the end game escapes. So how to defend with only one arm. Once you know how to do that, in the later videos, yeah, these are gonna be, we teach different ways to break the grips. And then we can do the same thing, top, bottom, up, down, left, right, and all those things. So okay, before you go, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, give a like, those things really help. Well, and consider supporting the channel. So the first thing how you can support this channel is when you just watch my videos, like and comment. That's the main things. Another thing you can do is every once in a while watch an ad or maybe click an ad. Every ad you click or watch contributes as well. And if you really like my videos and you really think I better your training, then consider subscribing to my Patreon account. I made now a basic tier of €3, which is, well, I think it's like 1 cup of coffee. And the one thing I need, so Andreas makes coffee as well. So the one thing I need is like works in a coffee bar, right? So the one thing I need in the morning is 1 cup of coffee. So all I need to keep going is 1 coffee a day for €3. So consider doing that as well. So thank you very much and see you next video.